Okay, everybody. There we are. Hello, everybody. Here's your warm up. Not this one. Convert the following table of values into a graph going 15 each way. Does this relationship represent a function or a non-function? How do you know? You're going to want to pause the video. Do that. Not talk to each other. Unless there are two of you there. I guess that works. But let's give that a shot. So pause the video, do that, and describe the worst nightmare you feel comfortable sharing, and we'll talk about that too, believe it or not. All righty, everybody. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this thing, get that going. Let's see here. While I'm doing that, I'd love to get a little bit of help, and that's going to come from, let's see here. Oh, nope, empty seats all the way. There we go. Gabby, just looking at this table, was this a function, yes or no? It is a function, exactly so, because every input has got its own output. Gabby, do you mind telling us a little bit about a terrible nightmare that you may have had? That's okay. I can tell you mine. Do you guys want to hear my worst nightmare? So, worst nightmare I ever had was when I was in 4th grade. I'm going to make this coordinate plane while I'm going for it. So, in my nightmare, I mean, it takes all kinds of horrible twists and turns. In my nightmare, both of my parents died in a car crash. And then, to make matters worse, they turned into ghosts and came into our house and started killing my brothers. Yeah, I know. So in my dream, I'm trying to get away from them the whole time, right? And then at the end of the dream, they're there, they're ghosts. My brothers are ghosts, and I was like, "Don't hurt me." And they're like, "We're not going to do anything to you. We wanted these two to come with us and be ghosts. We don't want you with us." And then they all floated away, and I was like, "Oh!" Anyway, that's my nightmare that I remember, even though it was in 4th grade. I also one time dreamt about that little brother fell in it. Like, how many of us have had those dreams where like someone you care about is harmed and like you can't help them? Like those are ones I still get those. I don't like those. I don't like those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15. Let's see here, guys. Can I get you guys up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? While I finish this up, guys, let's see here. I've got another nightmare story. When I was in college, I dated a woman who took heart medicine. There was something wrong with her heart, and she had to take medicine to keep it going. And one of the side effects of that medicine was, weirdly enough, night terrors. Yeah, yeah. And so, we'd be at school and like eating lunch or whatever, and she'd say, "How'd you sleep?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't sleep very well. I had a nightmare that I was falling." And she's like, "Yeah, I had a nightmare too. I dreamt that I broke into the apartment next door and murdered everyone inside." And I was like, "Wow, your nightmare wins so hard." Anyway, so let's go ahead and graph these guys. Like -2, 10. It's 2 left, 10 up, right here. 1 left, 7 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 and 3. 1 and 1. 2 and -1. 3 and -5. 4 and -8. 5 and -12. 6 and -14. Right here. Perfect. So as you can see, guys, this is a function. There's no input that has multiple outputs. Now, I have a question for you. With your ruler, and when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, I want you to talk to your partners. If you take your ruler, can you, with a single stroke of your pencil, following your ruler, hit every single dot on that graph? Talk it out and teach. Okay. Okay. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Oh, thank you, Fatima. By the way, I did count down, guys, and I do have the Texas accent here. Speaking of accents, I didn't have time over the weekend to make the accent survey, so don't worry. Those of you who were on the star team last week, I've got you on here. We're gonna have you give you guys a chance to vote while we're working on this. Okay, but I don't know about y'all. I was not able to connect all those with a single stroke on my ruler. I can't hit all the dots. How many of us noticed that you can't hit all the dots on there? You can't hit all the dots. Yeah, I had one student once be like, I can, and I was like, really? And it's because he had a Sharpie. So he's like, see? But that's not quite what we're talking about. If you had a line that was really just an infinitely thin line, you couldn't hit all those points, and I'll tell you right now, that means something. It's 87th day of school, guys. You know that 87 is the solution to the sequence puzzle. Watch this. Okay, it goes that. 87 goes in for XX. Does anyone think they see Y? Watch this. How about now? I flipped them upside down. So now it says 86, XX, 88, 89, 90, 91. So it's 87. It was upside down the whole time. See, that's how I wrote it. That's how you have to look at it. It's Take a Bubble Bath Day. Yeah, bubble baths. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bubble baths. All right. Let's see here, guys. I ain't taking a bubble bath in Lord knows how long. All right, guys. Let's see here. Can I get y'all back up here in 5? Go ahead, Tegan. What's our first essential question today? How can I tell if a graph is linear or nonlinear? I'll tell you, this one right here, spoiler alert, that one is what I would call nonlinear. We'll talk a little bit about why here in just a second. By the way, ancient civilizations, this civilization didn't build the first pyramids, but they are the most famous to do so, along with building the Great Sphinx and a whole host of temples. That's Egypt, absolutely, ancient Egypt. And there's usually a lot together. That's a sheep. It's true. Never seen one sheep, right? Okay, cool. Let's see here, guys. So underneath all this, we're going to need to make one big coordinate plane. You'll notice that if you did not have a full sheet of graph paper, I dropped one off for y'all. That's what you're going to use here. It needs to go, it's just in quadrant 1. Oops, I don't think I want quite that large. Let's see here. It needs to go 12 to the right and 32 up. So 32 up. So I'm going to count by like 5 to 30, give it an extra 2. Take a moment to do that. While you guys are making your coordinate plane, maybe talk a little bit more about nightmares and nightmares you might have had and the nightmares that might have like come to your mind. By the way, Tegan, did you have a nightmare you wanted to share? Oh, Tegan's got one. Okay. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. Off of that one, thank you so much. All right, guys, go ahead. Talk it out, guys. Make a coordinate plane goes 12 by 32. Talk about your nightmares as you go. Teach. 32, that's right. Well, then you must be dreaming. They must all be good dreams, unless they're dreams about tacos just out of reach. So I'm counting by fives all the way up to 30, and then just give it an extra 2. That's fine. Okay, there we go. I don't know if this exactly counts as a nightmare, but you know how sometimes like little kids think there's monsters living under their bed? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's I knew a woman when I worked with her at Western Garden Centers back when I was there, and she told me about how when she was a little girl, like she didn't think there was a monster living under her bed. She thought there was a man living under her bed, which I'm going to say is actually a little scary. Yeah, absolutely. And so it wouldn't be like she thought she'd heard growling, like she'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking someone was down there going, hey. How many of us find that actually scarier than a monster living down there? Yeah, for real. Absolutely. Yeah, because it could actually happen, right? Like some crazy guy living in the floorboards or something. Anyway.
I used to think that a homeless person lived under my couch.
That's hard living. That's hard living. Yeah, exactly so. By the way, guys, this is the only what you want to call it here. This is the only coordinate plane you're making today. Everything goes on here. This is the only one. Once you get this, you're all set. Okay, let's get to it, everybody. Let's see here. Today, we're going to be clinging to a bad dream. Okay, we've all had this one. You dreamed that you were running away from a monster carrying its eggs in Easter baskets. Okay, maybe not this specific dream, but you get the idea. How many of us have had a dream where we are running away from something that is scary? Right? We've had that one. We've had that one. For sure, Denise has way had that one. All right. Anyway, the monster lurks 12 feet away from you, just watching you run like, rah, just standing there. Now, your feet are moving, but you ain't going nowhere. Right? Yeah, how many of us have had that? Like, you're trying to run and you can't move in your dream. Now, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to make a table, an equation, and a graph representing how far away you are from the monster, depending on how long you've been running. Let's do this one together here. Let's see here. I'm going to get a little help on this now. Let's see if I can get a little help out there. Audrey, so we're going to say this is dream number 1. Dream number 1. Now let's start with a table. X will represent how long we've been running. Y is going to represent how far away we are from the beast. Now, Audrey, at the beginning of the story, how far away were we from this beast? 12, that's right. So at 0 seconds of running, he's 12 feet away. Now, how far away is he, Audrey, after 1 second of running? He's still 12 feet away. Yeah, that's exactly right. How about after 10 seconds of running? 12, yeah. This is the dream, right? Like you're running, you're like, oh no, there's a monster hard on my tail. And he's standing there 10 feet, 12 feet back, just going like, ah! Ah! Like just pointing and stuff. So if we put this on our graph, it goes through 0, 12, 1, 12, 2, 12, 10, 12. Just keeps going through the 12s. So it's a horizontal line. Like this. That is to say, our distance from this beast is always 12 feet. There ain't nothing we can do about it. So, Audrey, do you know what the equation would be for this? What is y equal to? So when we're writing the equations, it's always y equals something. Do you know what y would be equal to? You know what? Here's the thing. If it was 12 plus x, that would mean start at 12, go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. But notice we're going up 0, right 1, up 0, right 1. So what do you think? Plus 0x, but 0 times x is 0, and 12 plus x is 12. This is just y equals 12. We're all done here. Y is always 12, which makes sense. Our distance to the beast is always 12, no matter what x is. Hey, you guys are doing a great job. I think you guys do Deserve a point for this. Thank you. Audrey, well, are there any terrible dreams you've had that you wish to share with us? That works. I get it. There used to be a show with puppets that I watched when I was a kid called Eureka's Castle. And I remember one of my dreams was about how the entire cast of Eureka's Castle floated down to my house on a cloud, kidnapped my little brother, and then floated away. And I tried to get on a cloud to chase him and save him, but I couldn't stand on it, because clouds aren't magical for me. And so I just saw him in the castle far away crying, and there was nothing I could do about it. That was the first dream I ever remember having, by the way. You gotta love this one, though. I had a dream I was running away from a monster and actually made it to where I was running. Suddenly your feet catch ground and you are off. Oh, yeah. You're able to run 6 feet every second away from the beast who just stands there, dumbfounded by the fact that you're able to move. He was like, "Rah! Rah!" And then your feet hit the ground and you start running. He's like, "Rah! Ah! See you, sucker." I want you to write your distance from the beast as a table, equation, and graph. We're going to start at 0 again. So at 0, the second your feet catch ground, you're still 12 feet away. Now 1 second later, you're 6 feet further away from the beast. So make a table, an equation, and a graph showing your distance from this monster. Give it a shot, and here we go. Roar! Teach! Yep, you got your phone on you. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, right there. Whatever you want, whatever you want. And then, Kieran, you can use this to vote on one of the cards in the back. Just stick it to whichever one you want. Nora, you can use this to vote on one of the cards in the back when you finish that. And then you can just stick it to, they're just over there at table J. Let's see here. Yes. That's right. And then every time, that's exactly right. Very good. That's exactly right. Same dream this time, but it's still technically dream number 2 because the situation changed. That's right. Very good. You're doing great. Let's see here. Archer. You can go ahead and stick that to one of the accents on table J, and that'll be your vote. Oh, there's Catherine. I was like, where do I have Catherine sitting? She was right there the whole time. You can stick that to one of the accents at table J, and that'll be your vote, okay? Audrey, you can stick this to one of the accents at table J anytime during the day, and that'll be your vote. And then Kari, you can stick this to any of the accents on table J, and that'll be your vote. You can do it at any point during the day. Same, Denise.
Wait, how far
stick that to one of the accents, and it'll be your vote. You can do it any point during the day.
How far do we need to go to 12?
You know what? Honestly, I'm good with this. I'm good with 0, 1, 2, 3, because that'll give you an idea of what it looks like. So you're good. Yeah. No, for the whole dream. All his monster friends are laughing at him, being like, "Ah!" And he's like, "Ah, that could have happened to any of you."
Bad in those dreams for some reason if I ever ran away from the monster because I'm like, it was supposed to catch me because it didn't catch me. It got unemployed.
That's what I'm saying. Like all his buddies.
So now it can't feed his son and his wife, and then he has to.
Would it be y equals 12 plus 3 over 1?
Neither. You got the right idea. So it's the change in y over change in x.
Sorry, I have it by 2.
Oh yeah. So 6.
Put 2 and 6.
Or 6 every 1. Yeah, 6 every 1. So 6 over 1. It's been a minute since we've done those. That's okay. All right, guys. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4? Solar math notebook. We did not need our Chromebook today, you guys. I made a mistake. I forgot to take off the Chromebook in my haste yesterday. So that means that you get a bonus 2 points. And an extra accent card tomorrow. I know. And you guys are doing well besides. I think you guys way deserve a point. Okay, very good, guys. All right. So, Max, at 0 seconds, how far away is this beast?
6 feet.
Not 6 feet.
Was it?
He starts at 12. But every second you get 6 more feet away. So after 1 second, how far away are you?
16.
So what would be?
I'd did it wrong. I did my
That's
chart
okay.
wrong because I started at
0, yeah.
at 6.
So that would be, so what's 6 more than 12?
18.
18. And then after 2 seconds?
24.
Mm-hmm. And I think we can only fit the next one after 3 seconds, 30. Cool, so we're going to go ahead and graph this. So 12, 1 and 18, 2 and 24, 3 and 30, and I think that's it. That's all I can fit. Max, what's a terrible dream you've had before, if you don't mind sharing?
I was in a saw trap and I died.
Oh, no! One of those rigged ones. Must have been Amanda. All right. Let's see here. What about coming up with an equation here? Kieran, did you come up with an equation for this?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure I can.
Talk to me. What do you want to do for the equation?
Okay, so I'm thinking, y equals 12 plus 6 over 1.
Yeah, 6 over 1x. But, of course, the 6 over 1 reduces just to 6. So that's perfect, yeah. So y equals 12 plus 6x. Perfect, I got you. Thank you. Awesome. How many of us were able to get that table, that equation, or that graph? How many of us are able to get some of those down? You guys doing okay out there? Okay, I got a new situation. It's dream number 3. Yeah. Oh, yes, Kieran, is there any dream you care to share with us?
Yes, definitely my scariest one. I wake up to tickling sensation, discover my bed is infested with roaches.
That is a really bad one. I don't like that one bit. I don't like that. That gets me really good. I'm actually not that terrified of bugs that are outside, but like the idea of there being bugs in my bed, that is too much. That is a bridge too far. I'm right there with you, Kieran. All right, guys. And of course, we've all had this one. Dog barks at nothing. Keep thinking that. In the mirror, you see a scary figure standing 32 feet behind you. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like you had this dream where you look in the mirror and you're like, what the? And then 32 feet behind you, because I guess your bathroom's in a hall, like by the hallway, there's a scary figure right there. So, of course, you turn around, but what happens? Yeah, you turn around to see it, but it's gone. So you turn back around, and then what? It's getting closer. Of course, when you turn back to the mirror, it's half the distance closer to you, meaning it was 32 feet. How far away is it now? It is 16 feet away. Now, since you're scared, you look back, but where is it? No, nowhere. Then you look back, and now it's 8. It's half the distance again. And so it's a dream. It's dream logic, guys. I know that you should just like leave, or like, like if it's like 16 feet behind you, take like a step backwards and then like go out a door over here or something. But since it's dream logic, you're doing this. A scary figure. Ah! Ah! Stop saying that. Ah! Ah! And you just turn back and forth, and it just keeps getting closer and closer. Will you keep track of that on a table and a graph? You'll notice I'm not asking for the equation for a very good reason, but go ahead, guys. Talk to each other. Give that a shot. I'll be right with you. And teach.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Won't the figure never get to you?
It's true. It's true. And then if you have a Post-it note, you can go vote on any of those accents anytime you want. Anytime you want, you can go vote. Yeah, we should be good. 5-minute cool down. Yes.
I had a dream just like that, but somehow I didn't follow dream logic. And
Uh-huh.
instead I went and somehow I just had an assault rifle in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I just shot
That'll work. Oh. Oh, perfect. Hey, tell you what, I'll trade you. Count it. Huh? Go ahead and make a table, guys. So remember, at 0, he's 32 feet behind you. After 1 turnaround, he's 16 feet behind you. After another turnaround,
Should we make a new graph?
Nope, just use the same one. That's why we had to go all the way up to 32. There you go, Carson. Carson's got it.
Do you want to hear my scary figure voice?
Go for it. Oh.
Demon child.
Mhm.
You need to find the linear graph to us, Mr. Doherty.
Ah, there you go. I like it. You got Kieran.
Doesn't it go back half every time?
Every single time. Yeah, exactly. So then on the third turnaround, he's 8. So what's that going to look like on your graph?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Absolutely. I'm going to fix yours really quick, though.
0.5.
Sure, right? Isn't that half of one?
That's stupid.
But you're good to go. You're good to stop there and then go ahead and graph it.
Wait, why would it be?
Oh, sorry.
It would be 1.
Yeah, that was for 5. That's for 6 is 0.5. That's what I was thinking. It's because I saw the 0. I see. I wrote it in pen. I'm so sorry. Hi, Edie.
This isn't a straight line.
So what do you think?
It's not a function.
So it is a function because every input's got its own output.
Are we supposed to make an equation?
No. Oh, no. The equation for this is it's next year you'll have to make the equation for this, but not this year. I'll show you what it is just for fun. Just for funsies. All righty. Come on up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's see here, guys. Carson, at 0 turnarounds, the first time you look at this thing in the mirror, how far away is it from you? And then after 1 turnaround, how far away is it? And then? Yep, exactly. Carson actually noticed something really funny, which is that if you think about it, that means that this creature can never actually reach you. I'm going to put him on the start team for that because that is a perfect observation, and that's actually a huge deal next year. What's fun? Someone actually once pointed out, although at some point, Mr. Petersen, wouldn't it be 1 atom away from you, and then when you turned around and turned back to the mirror, it would have to split an atom to get closer to you, which means it would set off a nuclear explosion? I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I like that. So, yeah, how many of us are able to make a table that looks something like that? Something like that, even if it's not exactly, just something in that neighborhood. Great. Now, if you actually graph that, let's see, 0 and 32, 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 3 and 4, 4 and 2, 5 and 1, 6 and a half, 7 and 0.25. You'll notice something here. And actually, Carson, what's the worst dream that you ever had that you're comfortable sharing?
I don't think I have a worse dream, but there's this dream where I was running away from aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I had it a few times as a recurring dream.
I hate those.
But the last time I had it, I knew it was happening, so I was successfully able to hide.
You knew that. That's awesome.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Dude, heck yeah, now we're talking. So if aliens invade, I'm going to make a beeline to your house, Carson, and I'll be like, what do we do? I love that. So Edie noticed something that it sounds like Kieran's noticing at the same time. Edie, what was the first thing you had to say about this situation? It's not a straight line. And in fact, in math, a line is always a straight line. There's no such thing as a curved line in math. In art, it's fine. But there is no chance that you could connect all these points with a ruler, right? That's why we say that these first 2 situations are what we call linear. So dream number 1 was linear. Dream number 2 was linear. And dream number 3, it was nonlinear. I'm going to tell you guys right now, part of getting a 3 on your skill check on Thursday, I think it is to look at a graph and tell me if it's linear. How many of us feel like those are going to be the easiest questions we've had all year? I think so too, right? You look at the graph. If it's got a bend in any way, shape, or form, it is non-linear. It has to be a single straight line in order for it to be linear. Carson.
I feel like all the tests can be taken a step further and have one of the
Tables.
and ask if it's linear off of the table.
You got that right. That's what we're doing tomorrow. That's what we're doing tomorrow. Today's just graphs, tomorrow's tables, and then we'll practice on Wednesday and do the skill check on Thursday. All right, guys, but I have one more dream. Dream number 4. Dream number 4. Dream number 4.
I don't know if I've spaced that dream before.
Oh, it's the last dream. Sounds like a movie. That sounds like the title for a movie that like would win a lot of Oscars, but I'd watch it and like fall asleep. Right? The Last Dream. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, preach. That like sounds like it's like everyone's like it's so great, and you watch it and you're like, I was boring. All right. Preach. All right, later nightmares. So, here's the situation. In another dream, you're running away from a monster, but now you're going faster and faster as time goes on. So, the monster is standing 5 feet away, but after 1 second, you can go 1 foot. So, he is 5 feet away at 0. After 1 second, I get 1 foot away. So, how far away am I from the monster now? 6 feet, right? I was 5. I move 1 foot. How far away is he now?
6 feet.
Hey, everybody, how far away is he now? Now, the next second, I can move 2 feet. So right now he's 6. How far away is he now? 8. Now, the next second, how far do you think I can move? 3 feet. So he's 8. How far away is he now? 11. Now, I'm going to move how many feet? 4 feet. So now I'm a total of how far away from this guy? 15. Will you make a table and a graph? And by the way, don't worry about the equation on those. Make a table and a graph showing your distance from this monster as time goes on. Give it a try. Oh, and Edie, real quick. Any dreams you want to tell us about? Nightmares?
Well, I had a dream I couldn't get up.
Like, you were in bed and you were just lying there and you could not physically get up? Like, not like I'm too tired, but like something was holding you down? That is terrifying. That is terrifying. That is a scary dream. I don't like that one bit. So go ahead, guys. Make a graph on a table showing your distance from this monster over time. Give it a try and here we go. See ya, nightmares. Teach. Absolutely. Same coordinate plane. Same coordinate plane. Yeah.
So after 1 second, it's 5.
So at 0 seconds, he's 5 feet. Now, after 1 second, I can move 1 foot, so now he's 6. After 2 seconds, so this second, I can move 2 feet. So now I was 5, 6, 7. Now I can move 3 feet.